Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Sidequest Games, where we look at both old games and new to try and discover some of those little hidden gems that you might want to wishlist and, give a crack try out for yourselves. Today, I'm going to do something very different, and we're just going to talk a little bit about an update to the channel, mostly just around where I want this to go and what my goals for the channel are, which is not something that I've explained it all before, and it's something I've been very hesitant to put out there in the world. One of the reasons for this is because I know there's a lot of kind of self-help gurus and self-help books and things like that that say they really promote the idea of goal setting and communicating your goals, putting them out there so you can be held accountable for them, and that people are aware of them, and that you're more likely to achieve those goals if you do so. But I've never really subscribed to that idea or that theory, and I think there's some fundamental flaws with it. Mostly because I think it really falls into that Dunning-Kruger trap, the idea that, you don't know what you don't know. Essentially, Dunning-Kruger is the idea that you need to have a certain amount of knowledge in any given field, any body of work, before you really understand what you are able to achieve and what you're not able to achieve, to really know where your gaps of knowledge are. You talk to anyone that is an absolute expert in their field, PhDs, top of the science, top of their particular given expertise, and one of the first things they will always talk to you about is just how much they don't know in that field. Now, the reason I relate this to goal setting is I feel like it is most promoted in those areas where you're trying to do something new. You are, for many intents and purposes, a novice in that space. Like for me, I'm quite a novice in making YouTube content and making videos. So for me to be able to set a goal and then put it out there publicly, I'm brand new at this. I don't know what's achievable. I don't know what's reasonable. And to relate it to a real world example, my given field of work, my expertise is in education. I work with kids all the time, and I'm very good in that space, or at least I'm competent in that space. And if I was asked to set a goal about student attainment or student learning, I would be able to set a really reasonable one. And whether I achieve that goal or not, I would know it was within the realm of reality, and I would have a really strong reason as to why I did not achieve it if that was the case. Like, I'd be able to measure that and understand how it got there. Whereas if I was brand new, and many new teachers do this, they will set completely unrealistic and unreasonable goals for themselves. Things like every student in my class I'm going to be really connected with them. They're going to love being in my class. They're going to love me, and they're going to achieve, they're all going to go up by 2 years of growth in all subject areas. And while that aspiration is really, really laudable and absolutely something that people should aim to achieve and attain, it is also completely unrealistic. And without a really strong understanding of the practice and what the complexities that go into making that a reality, it is an unreasonable goal to set without a really strong support system to go behind it. And I think we do this all the time. And the reason I'm using the education example is because I think it's an even better example, because it's one of those areas where everyone has a level of knowledge of. Everyone's gone to school, and that implies a certain level of understanding of what the job of a teacher is. Unfortunately, that understanding is very incorrect most of the time, but that does lead to people going into the profession thinking they have an understanding incorrectly of what the job of a teacher actually is. Now, where I relate this to the YouTube creation content is that everyone, we all consume YouTube to some degree or another. I am a massive consumer of the medium I'm trying to create. So me setting a goal around this feels very ill-informed until I've had a bit more experience in the creation of content. So that whole ramble aside, I did want to share a little bit of my intent with this channel, just so people are aware of what I'm trying to do. And my main thing that I'm aiming for, my one thing, is to produce one video every day. So one video, one day, every day for the course of 100 days. So I want to be posting one piece of content every single day for 100 days consecutively, and keep that streak going for that period of time. If that content then is well received, if people are liking the content that I'm creating, if it's something that has value to people, they enjoy hearing my thoughts on games, you know, showing some of those more obscure games, or even just introducing them to some of the different takes on ones they might already know and love, then I will be in a position where I can, from a data perspective, go, yeah, cool, this is working, and I'm going to continue to do this. I'll continue to create content. But that's how I'm using this as a metric. So before I review the quality of the content I'm making, I want a body of work that's about consistency over time. So that's my goal right now, just 100 days, 100 videos. That's where I want to get to. And your support is immensely appreciated in that space. Any liking, subscribing makes a really big difference to me, being able to see at the end of that time, yes, I've achieved what I was looking for, and this is something I can continue to do. It also, any comments that kind of indicate what you would like to see or changes in my channel that you would like would also be immensely appreciated, because it helps guide me in terms of how I'm making this content. I do work full time and I'm a very busy person in that respect. So this is just a hobby that I do on the side that, yes, I would like to dedicate a bit more time to, but the initial first steps is just that 100 videos, 100 days. And any support you can offer me in that journey, whether you subscribe, whether you like, or even just watching my videos, makes a massive difference. And I just kind of wanted to let everyone know where I'm at and what the purpose of this channel really is. One of my main goals, apart from that personal goal of producing, is to hopefully have some people out there try some of the more obscure games that I really enjoy and expose you to something that you might have looked on or passed over in the past that you go, you know what, I really want to give that a crack and I really enjoyed that. Anyway, that's the update from me. As always, have an amazing day and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.